Alan, if you were to rate our wedding 1 out of 10, would you recommend Secrets Royal Beach Punta Cana destination wedding rating 1 through 10? 1, 2, 3. In this video, we are diving into a topic I've been dying to share with you guys, and that is an honest review of our destination wedding at Secrets Royal Beach in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and we are not holding back. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Ashley. We primarily make travel content on a budget. So if you like traveling all around the world along with me, my new husband, Alan, and our mini golden doodle who's making a little star appearance right now, not planned at all, Luca. Oh, perfect, right on cue. Then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This video in particular is all part of our wedding destination travel series, and we basically take you through start to finish what it's like to plan a destination wedding, whether or not it's worth it, the beginning phase, the middle phase, and right here, the honest recap of what it was like. We're bringing in the husband today, and we're giving you our his and her honest thoughts. There's one thing we need. I feel like we're missing something. Oh yeah. Why isn't my magic working? Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
Do you know why you're here?
Not usually.
Alan, it's time to give our honest, full review of our wedding at Secrets Royal Beach, Punta Cana.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So first off, how did we even choose Secrets Royal Beach, Punta Cana? We worked with a representative from destinationweddings.com, and we worked with our family to see what would be the easiest location for everyone to travel to, and we landed on Dominican Republic. From there, she gave us a list of all these different resorts, and we narrowed in on the fact that we wanted an adults-only resort. We wanted it to be upscale but affordable, and we honed in on Secrets Royal Beach. And then we decided to do a site visit, and we highly suggest doing a site visit for anyone who's considering a destination wedding, because it'll really calm your nerves and help you to see if this is actually a place that you could consider and that you'd want to do your wedding at. If you want to see that video, definitely check it out up above, and also we'll link that in our playlist in the description.
The site visit really painted a picture for us. Everybody can make anything look amazing in pictures online, everything like that, but when you actually see it in person and it actually looks just like the pictures and everything online, it does really change your mindset at a place of ease when you're talking about international travel. It has some of the most beautiful beaches we've seen, period. The classic white sand, everything. It was fantastic.
You know what I love too? The ocean in Punta Cana was so warm, and for someone who likes her showers on fire, the ocean was fabulous.
It was bathwater.
Some of the other things that we loved, and we learned this on our site visit, was all the food. They have like 5 to 7 different restaurants. You also have access to the other kids-friendly, family-friendly resort next door. That's Dreams. We also loved all
Kinda
just
makes
the
it like a 2-in-1.
2-in-1, absolutely. It was so fun. Like we did, and some of our guests went on water slides and everything. Like whenever you could just hop over there, do more of the kid-friendly activities. We also loved just all the different kind of free amenities and activities that were included in. They have a casino, they had a coffee shop, that they also had all the activities that I loved were like dance classes, paddle yoga, just a lot of different fun things. So we already knew off the bat, this resort is absolute fire, and this is going to be awesome for our guests. But it's one thing to really like a resort and the site visit, but how did the actual wedding go? Well, the main reason of why we wanted to do a destination wedding is so we would have more time with our family and friends. We're kind of obsessed with them.
One of the things we always heard from people who have already had a wedding, gotten married, is that the night goes so fast and they got to spend so little time with all their guests. And so having a little bit smaller of a wedding and a destination, everybody's in the same place for days. We got to spend all that time with friends, family, everybody who was able to make it down to our wedding, which, side note, we could not be more grateful for everybody who attended.
Yeah, it was so cool, especially if you work with someone like destinationweddings.com, is they help you figure out what package is the best for your group of people. We actually had the biggest package that you could have, and we ended up having nearly 60 people come with us to the Dominican Republic, which, as Alan said, we were shocked that that many people came with us. But with that, we were able to curate the perfect schedule of 3 nights of events. Night 1, we had a welcome party on the beach, which, was there anything better than that?
That was actually super cool. Like, I thought it was going to be like way less than it was, to be honest with you. And it ended up being super cool. They literally put a bar out on the beach, like 20 feet from the ocean, and then served us. And it was like a welcome cocktail hour. And it was just awesome. Like everybody came out, rolled out in all their beach wear, and it was great.
Yeah, like kicking off the week, just no shoes, toes in the sand.
Oh, that was literally, I was out there in my suit pants and no shoes or socks, just rolling around barefoot in the sand. It was awesome.
That was so epic. And then what was so cool is having the rehearsal dinner the next night. And again, with our specific package, we were able to invite every single person to the rehearsal dinner. So in order to cut time on the actual wedding, what we did was we said, everyone come to the rehearsal dinner, which we had along the Riviera Terrace, which is facing all the pools, and it just looks gorgeous. And we said all speeches will be at the rehearsal dinner. So we don't want to take up any time. We don't want to get too sappy at the actual wedding day, because believe me, little side note, Elle was a blubbery mess.
I'm a mess in emotional situations that affect me. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's probably a good
knew?
thing.
I didn't.
I did. Actually, I don't know if I didn't
Because I didn't
that.
know, so.
I did. It was a whole thing. But what was awesome was then everyone could give speeches at the rehearsal dinner. And again, that's night 2 of activities. The food of the rehearsal dinner and the wedding was fabulous. It was a separate caterer outside of the restaurants on site, which we also love. So hold that thought for a minute. But the food was fabulous. And our guests actually said it was some of their favorite food that they had all that week. Now, when it comes to the restaurants on site, we also were obsessed with it. Some of our favorite restaurants included...
Probably El Patio was top. That's the Mexican restaurant there. Very good food. Everything we had was delicious. Then your favorite?
I also absolutely loved, we were part of the Preferred Club, which highly suggest, especially if you are a bride and groom, you obviously want to be in the preferred areas because you also get a butler, and the butler helped us with everything, like grabbing us things, helping us take things here and there, helping us set up reservations. And one of my favorite restaurants that comes in the preferred package was Olio, which is right on the beach. And I would wake up early. I would go get my little breakfast at 7 a.m. at Olio, and it was just absolutely fabulous. They also have an amazing Italian menu at night. So after our wedding, we actually went there with a group of friends and we got one of everything or 2 of everything. Yeah. And it was just so awesome. Oh. And then night 3 was obviously our wedding day, and that was epic. Now it's time for the honest review of the actual wedding day. In one word, Alan, 1, 2, 3. Iconic.
Epic.
That's pretty good.
It was fantastic.
It was absolutely fantastic. Let's take you through from chronological order. So from the beginning, the get ready portion for the boys. You got ready in a hotel room.
Yeah, I just used my own hotel room. Photographer came in, videographer came in, groomsmen came in. We did some quick basic shots and rolled out. But guys are way simpler than girls.
We had our own photographer that we brought who was absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend Karsten Tice Photography if you need any shots in tropical islands or honestly anywhere. Check out Karsten Tice's website. I'm going to put it in the description below. And then we used the videographer on site. Girls Get Ready time was absolutely perfect. We ended up using the resort for all their hair and makeup resources, which highly recommend because they do like 4 to 5 weddings a weekend, and they had all the girls in the spa getting their hair and makeup done, looked so beautiful. And then we rented the bridal suite attached to the spa, which was the perfect area to do all of our photos. They looked so beautiful. It was the perfect lighting. I'm so glad we did. They gave us little appetizers, so we were just smashing those. And you don't know about that.
No, I didn't know about that.
They were just like little sandwiches, and it was just so fun getting ready with the girls. And I don't know how we could have gotten those shots in just a little hotel room. So that was definitely worth getting the bridal suite. And then what was awesome was we had the butler get all of our stuff and bring it back to the hotel when we were about to do our first look. First look, Alan.
I'm a baby. First look was wonderful. Ashley was stunning, incredible. The whole situation, like I'm not a nervous person generally, and I was like having mini like moments like, okay, here it comes.
Here it comes.
And yeah, it was a lot in that particular few seconds.
What I loved about it too was that They know exactly what to do for everything, and just trust the experts when it comes to that, because they had a specific garden area set up that was really close to everything. And the photographer and videographer said, okay, we're going to mic you guys up. You guys are going to do your first look. Just have your moment, and we're not going to interrupt it at all. For time's sake, we said no one else at the first look, just bride and groom, so everyone else could be ready for the ceremony. And yeah, it was just so beautiful. And then we got to do all the shots with our wedding party in the garden area. And I love those shots. You would expect to love your beach shots the most, and I can't wait to see those beach shots because we haven't even seen those yet. But the garden area with all those tropical flowers and everything, I thought that looked so great. Francina is our wedding coordinator on site, and she did a great job of just keeping everyone on schedule. So when it came to our ceremony, everyone was lined up, and we did our ceremony in the fountain area, and that just looked so beautiful. We kept it really simple and just did a flower arch, which looked, I thought, absolutely beautiful. And the simple white chairs with some pink sashes. What did you think of the ceremony, Ellen?
Real simple, but it just turned out the actual area in which we had it made for most of the scenery, and it turned out incredible. We
loved it. Highly suggest, though, what we did invest in was the arch behind us. And I think since all of your photos are going to be right at that, ceremony location, that if you don't love, the setup, that getting something behind you that looks really beautiful and elegant is definitely a good investment. And then some of the other things that made it just wonderful was we had a violinist playing, which was amazing. My brother was the MC. We have more tips that are coming out in our next video of the 7 things you absolutely have to do for your destination wedding. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because I definitely want you guys to see that video. We ended up having our cocktail hour on the beach, so everyone could head to the beach during the cocktail hour, and then the wedding party headed to the beach, and Alan and I did these beautiful, more intimate couple photos on the beach, and then we were right next to everyone, so we could grab people for more of the bridal party photos on the beach. And that was kind of our compromise of, hey, let's keep the reception and ceremony more in an elevated, elegant area, which was the fountain area, and we were so happy we did that, but we still wanted a little bit of that beach experience, which is why we did the cocktail hour and, like you said, the welcome party. Reception, absolutely stunning. All of our colors matched the tropical fuchsia and coral orange. The DJ was awesome. The food, we really prioritize eating.
Good eating.
But a lot of people forget to eat on their wedding day, and they're like, 100%. I didn't get to try any of the food.
I sat down and smashed a plate of food.
Yeah, right away we ate, and then basically danced all night. I had so much fun. We had 3 choreographed dances, one with me and Alan, one with my dad, and then one with the bridesmaids, and absolutely amazing. You definitely have to see those videos.
As Ashley said, I pushed pretty hard for the fountain setting. So one of the things she pushed really hard for was the bistro lighting, and that turned out phenomenal. It lit the whole area up, and it was beautiful.
Something I also loved was our massive love sign. That looks so awesome in photos.
She pushed hard for that too.
Yeah, we love just certain things that we really prioritized. And one of the things Alan really prioritized was the cigar bar.
I had experienced that at a previous wedding that I had been to years and years ago, and it was just the coolest little thing to me. And actually way more people were interested and excited about it than even I had thought.
People were so into that cigar bar. Yeah. I also thought our DJ was awesome. He used my playlist. But something I did with the DJ, I don't even know if you know this, but I did a vibe check every 5 songs. I would be curating the next 5 songs. I am such a dancing freaking fiend.
Yeah, she was on the floor the whole night long.
I didn't do anything else but dance.
Thankfully, she doesn't make me follow suit. We just kind of mingled away, and she partied the night away, and it was a great time.
Someone came up to me and goes, I don't even think she's drinking. I'm like, no, I didn't drink.
Not
I drank 1 sip of a mojito. Ellen drank the rest, and then I didn't drink the rest of the night. And we just went so hard on that dance floor.
It was... all the things turned out 10 times better than we could have imagined throughout this whole process.
Our cake. I'm not going to lie. During our site visit, I thought I didn't like the cake. Well, it turns out I ended up absolutely loving that cake. She saved the top for us. We took it back to our hotel.
So we did 3 different cakes, actually. Well, 3 different flavors on one cake. The bottom was one flavor, the middle was the one flavor, and we purposefully saved our favorite flavor for the top and told them to set our top aside. And Ashley groundhogged into the side of the cake to eat it, and it was fantastic.
That sounds so good right now. I wish we just had that cake. It was the lemon cake. Alan just took out his camera and was like, what was the best part? I'm like, everything. And I'm just cratering, completely sober, cratering our cake. And it was so much fun. And again, one of the best things about doing destination wedding at an all-inclusive resort was our wedding wraps at 10 p.m. And usually at a normal wedding, everyone, leaves or goes to bars
or goes to sleep, whatever.
And our people kind of kept partying. They ended up going to casinos, and we just had the best time ever. Alan, what was your favorite part about the wedding?
It's hard to argue anything against the reception because it was just such an awesome event where that was the culmination of the whole trip, right? Mm. So all of our guests in one place. We aren't running into a group here and a group there and a group here. Everybody was in the one same spot. Everybody was having a great time. And the thing is like, you've got friends and family from both sides of our lives coming together, and a lot of them meeting for the first time, and everybody had such a wonderful time together, not only with the ones they're used to being with, but the ones they've never met before, and everybody just enjoyed it. And to us, as much as we wanted to enjoy our own wedding, we also wanted everybody else to enjoy our wedding too.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we say it's really quality over quantity. We knew you can't have 300 people at a destination wedding, at least on our budget, but we can make this so epic and have, a curated, amazing hype group of 60 people. One of my favorite things was absolutely doing our dances. Alan and I worked together to choreograph a dance, and what was so special was we would go to the fountain area before our wedding day, and we'd put AirPods in our ears and we'd dance, and I'll just never forget those moments. They always say take some moments that are just you two, and I'll never forget that. Like dancing around with the palm trees all around us.
Night. It was like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night on a couple of nights that we went out there and just started dancing in where the wedding was gonna be. And funny enough, little side note, we had some random person on like the 4th floor balcony of the hotel start clapping when we finished our dance. And
she was like, woohoo, I loved it. We're like, who is that?
No idea who it was. We were glad it wasn't one of our guests because the choreographed dance was actually a surprise too. Yes. And nobody knew we were going to do something like that.
Absolutely loved it. Just a personal thing that I loved, Ellen's vows. Absolutely slayed. So when it comes to anything we would have done differently, do we have any regrets? I'd say we have...
Oh, absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. It was such an amazing experience from the point we landed until the point we left home, went home.
Now, it doesn't mean it wasn't difficult, and one of the most difficult things was the planning process. So we're gonna give you our honest take on the planning process and share some of our tips. All right, we got invaded by our little 11-pound mini golden doodle. So first off, planning ahead of time for sure. When it comes to destination wedding, you want to give your guests at least a year advance notice, but also you have to think of wanting the best weather, and they kept letting us know, at any point you could get rained out. She kept checking in with us pretty much every hour, letting us know like there could be rain, there could be rain. We didn't have a single drop on our specific wedding day, but you do want to work with someone ahead of time to figure out and do a lot of research on when would be the best time to have this for the best weather. You don't want it to be 110 degrees, but you also want to try to avoid it being too cool or a lot of rain. There are tropical storms that are going to scatter throughout your weeks, but if you could try to avoid those as much as possible, that's great. When it comes to planning a destination wedding, you also have to keep in mind this is abroad. Whether you're having this in Italy or you're having it in the Dominican Republic, the international teams are on a different schedule. They're doing multiple weddings at once, and sometimes we wouldn't hear back weeks at a time, so that could get a little bit difficult, especially for someone like me who obviously just loves to plan. I love planning. But once we were able to kind of hop on a Zoom call and get pretty much everything knocked out, we did that a few months before the wedding, then I felt like we had a much better grasp of everything. But I will say, once we got to Punta Cana, everything ran flawlessly. They executed our vision perfectly. They were able to help pass out all of our DIY projects, which, by the way, I'm sharing all of the best DIY projects in an upcoming video as well that were affordable and also easy to bring that our guests loved.
Talking with our coordinator, our on-site coordinator, Francina, like she pointed out, like they do 300 weddings a year. They're pretty versed in this stuff. So
Trusting.
They understand it, but you do have to allow a little trust in them. As long as you lay out what you want, they're going to make it happen.
Some top tips for couples who are considering planning a destination wedding. Use Pinterest to figure out your vision without anyone else's influence. Get your colors, get your vision. Figure out everything ahead of time, your bridesmaid proposal boxes or whatever you want to do. Put that all on a board because that's something that you could share with your photographer, but you can also share with your wedding coordinator and everyone, because if they don't have that vision, then they're just going to go off what they know and it might not be what you specifically want.
Colors, for example, like Ashley was hard pressed for these beautiful, bright, vibrant pink and coral orange colors. And there was a lot of people that was like, all right, like, let's see how it goes. And then at the wedding, they were like, this is amazing.
Yeah, people doubted my vision.
There were a lot of people that when she would share colors, they were like, okay, it's your day, like whatever you need. And then they got there and it turned out awesome.
Alan, if you were to rate our wedding 1 out of 10, would you recommend Secrets Royal Beach Punta Cana destination wedding rating 1 through 10?
12. I honestly I wouldn't have changed anything. I couldn't want to change anything. It was greater than I could have imagined.
I love that. Show them your little A&A.
Oh yeah, we got sand from the beach.
Isn't that so cute? This is one of my projects off of Etsy. Again, I'm going to be sharing my top things that you guys should do and you should bring, and it'll just personalize your whole experience. That video is coming. But for now, if you really like this video and you want to learn more, I really, really wanted to learn as much as I could about having a destination wedding. We are sharing absolutely everything with you guys to prepare you as much as possible. Go ahead and check out our site visit here because we couldn't suggest Secrets Royal Beach enough. And stick around for our playlist because we got more videos coming. See you guys later. You like how I go like this and you give a non-verbal? Perfect.